tonight.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Purdy now to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. In motion right, Debo. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to Robinson now on first down. And taken down just shy of the 40. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Looking to throw. Hackett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Hackett. It's complete. Burks. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback.
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Hackett. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Back to throw. Hackett. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Hackett. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he's got room and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play action, now Purdy. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Launches deep, a jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Hackett looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down. Hackett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Hackett. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 26. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off play action. Hackett. This pass is caught by London. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Brand, that's just not right. You throw it over the middle into all that coverage, and the tip ball goes your way.
Dangerous, but hey, I guess the outcome worked, right?
Oh, boy, did it ever. And boy, that's the type of play that can give a team a lot of momentum.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Runs through the contact. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Hackett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 70 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Now 2nd and 3. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun. Hackett. Throw left side. There's London. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Hackett throws right back to London. Complete again. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Burks. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He gets it to Burks again. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. Short throw caught by Pitts. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw again. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
3rd down and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff up the middle. Woodward. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. He's to the 15. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football. and that deficit stays right where it is.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. That's taken in by Henderson. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 6. Up the middle they go. Woodward. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Purdy. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Purdy's throw into the hands of Andrews. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Woodward. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try again. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the 49ers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Into the hands of London. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the gun on third down. Hackett. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Now Purdy. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they rally quickly defensively after the ground, but he gets it to the 42. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Taking a shot for Samuel. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy. With that result, they took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. To throw again, Hackett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Hackett throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now they're in the hurry up. On 1st down, Hackett. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hackett. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Purdy off the play fake. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game one of many to come. Sitting next to you, really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for the Niners, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday